time for the keys to life, and when I say keys to life, you say, when I say keys to life, you say, when I say keys to life, you say, there we go, there we go, there we go. Number one, be thankful for what God allows. There is a song, it's an older song, it says, accept what God allows. But I want you to think about this and not only accept it, but be thankful. And that could be a difficult thing because some of the things that God allows does not feel good. Many of the things that God allows can be misunderstood. Plenty of the things that God allows can be taken the wrong way. But you must understand that it doesn't break you, it builds you. It makes you better. People without being crushed, people that don't accept what God allows, they are more caught up in their situation. They're more prayerful than you because their prayer is, God, get me out of this. God, why? God, I can't take it. God, do it for me. God, change it. God, bring a miracle. God, change the situation. And he heard you the first time. But if he allowed it, then he allowed it that you would conquer it. Because he already what? Allowed it. And most people are like, go, God, take it away. He already allowed it. So therefore, whatever he wants to do with you in it, let him do it. Let it work in you. Let it grow in you. You cannot defeat something you will not face. You will never, ever defeat something you do not face. Most people come up with an excuse for who they are, how they've done what they've done, what happened in the relationship, what happened in the marriage, what happened at the job, how they got fired, all the different things they had no parts of. And when they finally get spiritual, they say, oh, I had a little part in it, but it wasn't the way it was. You can be better. You can be a conqueror. You don't have to lose to it. You can win to it. You can be the better person. You can rise above. He said you're more than a conqueror for a reason. You're not more than a conqueror so that you could leave the job and say, well, what God has for me is for me. It sounds good, but you could have been the example still at the job. You could have been the example still in the relationship. You don't have to leave to get better. You don't have to lose to get better. You can be better right where he had you, right where he put you, so that you can stand on your flat feet and say, I'm still here, and if he wants me to win in this place, in this relationship, at this job, in this school, I'll win here. Because greater is he who is what? Than he who is in the... You can't lose unless you choose to lose. You have to decide that. You have to know that in every situation. It's not that your money is funny. It's that you are funny with your money. You got to figure it out. Because he'll make a way out of no way. He's not the unmovable mover for not moving. You understand? Like, it doesn't work. He's not the name that we call him and all the examples that we give to him without him being it. So if he is who we say he is, we have to allow him to do what he said he'd do. And the only way to allow him to do what he said he would do is to stand in the storm, walk through the storm, not sit there and flinch, not sit there and cry, not sit there. You can take it because he's with you, not away from you. Now, it may hurt. You may cry. But all good Christians, sooner or later, going to cry. It wouldn't be worth it if you didn't cry. It wouldn't be worth it if it didn't hurt. But the fact that you came out, the fact that you came out strong, the fact that you didn't let it kill you, you didn't let it destroy your relationship, you didn't let it beat you, you became better, not worse, that's God. So you have to be thankful for the hard times so he can let you know that it's still going to be all right. I'm thankful for what I've been through, because if I didn't go through it, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be able to go through what I'm going through now because I'm not strong enough. Because the only way to be strong enough for what you are now is to go through something so you can say, oh, you know what, I've been here. It was a little bit harder, but I've seen this episode before. Number two, surround yourself with the direction you want to go. Surround yourself with the direction you want to go. I talk about this a lot, and the reason I talk about this a lot, this specific point I'm going to come up with, is because this is something that I do and something that I need for people to learn how to do. Everybody hits social media at some point. If you check your phone, it'll probably give you the amount of time that you spend on social media, well, if you have an Apple phone, all week, hours. How much time? How many of the things that you scroll by help you? Really? Now, outside of making you laugh, but how many of those things are taking you where you want to go? Or people that are dealing with finances, people that are dealing in marriage, people that are surviving and succeeding in business, people that are surviving and succeeding in the area in which you choose to go in? How much do you study about where you want to go? Because if you don't know where you're going and it's all you, it makes it real hard. If you want to succeed in life, you say, you know what, doctor said I should work on natural ways to get through this, that, and the other. Why aren't you? You can find it on social media. You can find it on TikTok. Trust me, I've done it. You can find it on all those different things instead of you just spending time. The other thing is that I have to decide that other people, not everybody can come with me where I'm going. I can't, or you can come with me, but you got to follow me because I'm leading. I'm going a different direction to hang around different people so that I can negotiate terms my way. I want to get to a specific job. Well, I need to talk to people that know about that thing. Not last minute and then say, God, do a miracle. He gave you time. You want to exercise? Practice exercising. Get around people that what? Exercise. Not around people that don't, that talk about it, but people that do it. If you want change, you have to be around changers. And God does not take away changers. He just wants you to find them. He wants you to be about it. He wants you to be about his business. He wants you to work on it. He wants you to go after it. He wants you to want it. I said this earlier this week. You have what you have because you wanted it. If you don't have time for it, then it's not important. You say it's important, then how come you didn't give it time? You say, I don't have time. You have 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours. I have to choose what I find to be most important. I can tell you one thing, but if I show you, you'll believe me. And that's what everybody wants to know. More than anything else, you want someone to show you, not so much to tell you. Well, ask yourself, do you show what needs to be shown, or do you say it? Moving on. Number 3. Know your worth in and outside of God. I know, right? Crazy. Know your worth in and outside of God. This is really, really funny because probably for the last 3 years, people run this, I know my worth. I'm like, do you? Do you actually know your worth in and outside of God? When you say outside of God, I don't live outside of God. What I mean spiritually, you know what God says about you. You know that you're the head, not the tail. You know that you are spiritually beautiful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are all these wonderful things. What I mean by that is know your worth outside of what your Father says about you. Gabrielle, stand up. What I believe her worth is makes no difference on what the world believes her worth is because I created her. That's my twin. We look exactly alike. So you got to be beautiful. You got to be smart. You was kind. No. You understand? There's certain things that I'm going to see, I'm going to believe that it doesn't make a difference. You are amazing. But on the opposite side of that, I can't just push that and not put anything in there that does not say, although I see you as this, it didn't take anything because I created you. And most mothers and fathers, and more mothers than fathers, have a problem with this. They think that the person is the world. but they don't put anything in the person to make them look like the world. Look, you gotta, if I have to teach you about life, I have to teach you how to take care of yourself. I have to teach you on how to be a woman. I have to, not me specifically, I teach you all the different things in the world so that you would be the right type of person. So you know how to act in certain places. You know how to change in certain places. You know how to present yourself and not what the words to say and what words not to say, and how to treat a man, but know that a man has to treat you a certain way. And so you don't do certain things so that that person, I got to get you all of those things and build that value up and create in you this thing that is wonderful, so you then know your worth. But if you just say, I know my worth because I'm a human being and I'm under God, that is not how this works. And I know people don't like that, but truly, knowing your worth means that you actually have some. Not just I'm saved. Everybody, we can all get saved. All you got to do is to believe. but outside of that, what do you know about you? What is your gift? What is your talent? What are you consistent about? Do you understand what formal and informal means? Do you know how to present yourself? Do you understand that you need to be able to be versatile in different ways? Because not every man needs everything, and not every woman needs everything, and not every person is the same. And can you cook a little? Can you clean? What can you do? Do you understand mathematics? Do you understand certain things? Some people want to grow together with somebody that understands how to do certain things, and some people don't mind you just staying at home. What do you know? What makes you special? What makes you work? Is it just that you do your hair and your nails? Because a lot of people do their hair and their nails nowadays. You can go get your body done, but most of them don't keep it. You understand? Here's the key. Outside of what I see, what makes you special? Knowing your worth means putting in something that has worth. Knowing your worth means that I know when to talk and when not to talk. Knowing your worth means I know you so well that I know how to change our conversation. Knowing your worth means that even if I'm only good at one thing, I'm proud of the thing that I'm good at, and I'm working on some other things. But I'm good at it, so I'm not going to take away from it. I'm going to step up and be proud of it. And there's certain things that I need to do and know that you're special for a reason, but you got to actually create that thing. Forge that thing, work that thing, build that thing. Stop just saying, I know my worth, because God says you're fearfully and wonderfully made. We all fearfully and wonderfully made. But there's more to it. Where's your character? Where's your integrity? Where is your loyalty? What about you? You got to build off of that. You have a level that God puts you on, but if you choose to walk underneath that level, you don't look like what you should look like. Therefore, you can't have what he said you can have, and therefore you don't feel and believe that God is with you, and you wonder where he's at, and he's wondering what you're doing. Knowing your worth is not just I'm saved, but following the word of God will allow you to build principles that will produce real worth, and those are the keys to life.